All right, another week, another show. Ben, what is on this week's episode?
Oh, we got the best movies of 2012.
Our movie battle is House versus House 2.
And me, Fergus.
Hello, and welcome to Good Movie Monday, the show where continuity doesn't matter.
Put your glasses on.
Put your glasses on, Glenn. That's right, folks. This is your home of nerdy cinematic ramblings. Glenn, why don't you tell the
good fine folk where to go.
where to go?
Goodmoviemonday.com. From there, you can find your way to all our social medias, including our brand new one, which is Lemon8. It's an offshoot from TikTok, and it's the popular thing at the moment. And yeah, you can find it there. It's on the screen right now. These glasses are fogging up something shocking. Because Fergus is here.
Man, I must be getting old. I have never heard of that thing, that new app.
Yeah, it's brand new. But last week was like its first week of existence, I think, or maybe the week before. Yeah,
Smells like Vine.
yeah. It's kind of it's TikTok's version of Pinterest. Kind of, it's more still image based. Although I got into a nice chat with Tammin Sursuk on there.
Oh.
She was one of our first followers, and I replied, "Thanks for following, even though you're probably automated." And she goes, "What do you mean automated?" I'm like, "Whoa. Wow!" And then, like I said, "Well, say hi to your husband for me, and I hope his movie's going well." So it convinced her I was real, and yeah.
I mean, AI is getting pretty realistic.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, people often tell me I have the personality of an AI bot, and I take that as a compliment.
Well, we're best friends now.
Hang on, you and Tammin's AI bot or Tammin herself?
Doesn't really matter to me.
This is becoming her. Then you're going to have it in pocket right there.
So yeah, that's where they can go. Does that answer your question, Ben?
That does answer my question. Thank you very much, Glenn. We got a big week this week, but before we kind of crack into everything, it's shameless plug time.
Okay.
Monster Fest starts this week in Melbourne. So if you're in Melbourne, head on down to Cinema Nova and check out Monster Fest. I'm going to run through a quick top 5 films you should see, primarily because these films most likely will not get a release post Monster Fest. Everything is good at Monster Fest.
Yep.
There's not a clanger in there.
But if people are not familiar with film festivals, the deal is half of the titles do not get a general release afterwards. Yeah.
So I'd say go check out Dog of God. I'd mentioned it. I don't know if it made it to the cut, but I had a good chat with Stephen Susko last week about Dog of God. It's got tits, ass, alien fingering, cat's asses, the devil's balls, and it's all rotoscoped.
Oh,
It's a winner.
Holy shit, it takes me like 30 minutes just to find that sort of stuff online.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's all in one place. Bring your rubber pants.
Yeah. Is it that kind of theatre?
Well, it will be. It will be. Next, Dysphoria, which is a Spanish dystopian home invasion film, which is excellent. Rotten, which is an Australian film. It's got it's a cannibal, kind of cannibal black magic kind of film, but it's also hilarious, incredibly gory and hilarious. Theatre of Horrors, the new David Gregory doco. He has a doco almost every year at Monster Fest. He did the Al Adamson doco. He did one on the clones of Bruce Lee. I think that was last year. The anthology horror doco he did. But this one's on Theatre of Horrors. It's the sordid story of Paris Grand Guignol. So if you like blood-sucking freaks, that's where they kind of got the idea from. It's this theatre of...
and if you want a sorted story, you go to Deathstalker.
That's right. Yeah. And the last one is Humanoids of the Deep, which actually...
Classic.
It's not going to release locally, but it is around. You can get it yourself. It is one of the rep titles of the film. But if you like subhumanoid monsters coming out of the ocean to copulate with unwilling human women in order to procreate, this is the movie for you.
Excellent. So Monster Fest.
Where
they get their tickets from?
They can go to monsterfest.com.au/Australia.
Fantastic.
Or just go to Cinema Nova and buy them direct.
You're so eager to jump into the whole Monster Fest thing that we didn't get to introduce Fergus properly, so I'll do that right now. Fergus.
That's all right.
We call him our resident Gen Xer, or Gen Zer, I should say. Welcome back, mate.
Thanks for having me.
It's always
And
fun,
moving
mate.
on. No.
And the other thing I wanted to do before we really jump into the show is give a bit of a shout out to Conjurer, the heavy metal band from the UK who we found out listened to the show. That came out of nowhere for us, that little tidbit
Yeah,
of
that was
information.
great. You know what movie Conjurer would like at Monster Fest? Deathgasm 2.
Oh, they certainly
Evil
would.
comes again. And come is spelt correctly.
Wait,
So-
CUM?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
Correct.
So it's funny, we always like get a bit chuffed when we hear that people listen in general.
Because we're constantly surprised.
But when
by
we
it.
hear that someone from a fairly big band that tours the world listens, and we're one of the only Aussie podcasts they listen to, well, that's fucking amazing.
That's high praise,
Yes.
as Nicolas Cage would say.
It's, and that I'll give a double plug there because that information came to me through Dave Griffith, who works
from
for
Heavy
Subculture and Heavy Magazine. Yeah, so thanks for passing
Very
that
nice.
along, mate. I've asked if I can get the audio of that. we can use that as a snippet.
And we're desperate enough to require proof. Suspicious. Now, it's been a big week at the cinema this week. Now, Glenn, you went to see a couple of films this week.
I did. I only really can talk about one because the other one's coming out in several weeks' time.
Okay, what's that one?
The one in several weeks' time.
Yeah.
That one is Begonia.
Ah,
The one
okay.
with Emma Stone.
With Yorgos...
What?
Yeah.
yeah.
Lanthimos?
Yeah, that one. Look,
Papadopoulos?
what I can tell you is it's really bloody good. Like, it's really good. It really surprised me. It's the only film of his I've really enjoyed. So,
Did you like Killing of Sacred Deer? Did you? enjoy
yeah,
that
I
one?
do. But like, I find his stuff a bit pretentious and wanky, and it's sort of not my jam. But this one is his most accessible, I would say. And just it's weird, wonderful, and it just plays into conspiracy theorists and theories and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. And it's a kidnapping movie, so
So it's all good. Hopefully, I'll get a chance to see it before it comes out,
we can talk about it
and
properly.
then we can talk about it
Yeah.
properly.
That's it. But I did get to go and see Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues. What I love about this one the most is the fact they intentionally released it 41 years after. They could have done it 40 years after, but they went up one more. And if you know, you know. That's a good gag in and of itself. I went into this with I guess I was hopeful it would be good, but my expectations were very low because it's been a long time between drinks. The last movie that Christopher Guest and co made, Mascots, was not very good. I thought maybe they've lost their touch. It's amazing. This is my favorite comedy of the year, easily. I could not believe how much they captured the essence of the original film. Like, it is cut from the same cloth as the original Spinal Tap, and it's all about them getting back together after so many years for one final show. And they bring back a lot of familiar faces from the original, but a lot of new faces too that are really good. Some of the old from the Christopher Guest world come into it, but not in a really gratuitous way. Like, they just sort of come and go in a nice way.
Right.
But the three guys and Rob Reiner, because Rob Reiner's in this more than he was in the original.
Right.
Absolute.
Fran Drescher. Does Fran Drescher make a return?
She
Lovely.
does. As does what's the name from Letterman? Paul Schaefer.
Oh, Paul Schaefer.
Paul
And
Schaefer.
the CBS Orchestra. Can't say his name without adding that little bit.
Paul Schaefer returns. Two major cameos that turn into actual pivotal things in the film was Paul McCartney and Elton John, who in the trailer you get the impression like, oh, they're just going to be in it for 5 minutes. No, they're in it for like a lot of
For
the
a
film,
lot.
and they drive a lot of the plot. It's great.
Although, let's be honest here, it's not really Paul McCartney. It's the guy that replaced Paul McCartney after he after he died in the 60s.
And the Abbey Road cover. But no, like, they're on fire. I think each of them are firing on all cylinders, but particularly I think Michael McKean is really sharp in this one. Like, because all of the film is ad-libbed. The entire thing. They've got like a general structure where each scene needs to go from here to there, but between those points, the actors just ad-lib as they go, and it's really good ad-lib. It's great.
Was the original ad-lib too?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they sort of pioneered this whole genre, and that's all of those Christopher Guest films, Waiting for Guffman, Best in Show, Mighty Wind.
It's all improv.
Yeah.
Did not know
And
that.
just the throwback gags are great, and they build on the gags in this.
Did you go back and watch Spinal Tap
Yeah, I
before?
did
So
it.
you were right up there.
I did it 2 nights beforehand just to really remind myself, because I thought there'd be a lot of references to the original, and there are. Mind you, the references to the original, you don't really need to have seen it to enjoy this, because the context is they show you the flashback. Like this is what we did in the first one. And the whole joke of the film is that the Spinal Tap band members themselves hate the fact that the first film ruined their career. So they're kind of like apprehensive to come back with Martin DeBerge, i.e. Rob Reiner, because they think he's going to do it, fuck them over again.
It's like a 27 Up. They kind of get shitty with it.
But no, it's great, and the new songs are amazing. I know you'll belly laugh at some of them. My favorite gag in this, and it's a gag that Spinal Tap have, they've done in the past in between movies on stage, one that. But Derek Smalls, who's the Harry Shearer character, went off and did some like solo stuff.
Right.
And there's this one where he's got like the devil wearing a toupee, right? And it's the hell toupee, and he's singing, "You've got hell to pay." You know, like, it's just a dumb gag, but the way they execute it, and it's very Trumpian, the way it flows, it's the hell to pay. Man, it had me in stitches.
That's been my gag since I was in high school. Because my name is Ben Hellwig.
Yeah.
And I've always said my action movie was going to be Hell to Pay.
And you got no hair, so you could.
And it was, yeah. It worked out really well for me.
So if you're a fan of Spinal Tap, you will not be disappointed. Look, I can't say it's better than the original, but I reckon it equals it for sure.
Wow.
Yeah,
Damn,
big call,
alright.
big call.
Well, you're not the only one who went to the cinema this week, Glenn.
What?
Without
Me?
I went.
Can
I did
actually,
go without
I
you.
promised I'd do another plug in that part, and I forgot.
Okay, go
Because you
for it.
didn't come. You bailed on me again for Spinal Tap, right?
I sure as shit did. Because
So
it was
I-
at the Kino in the city.
I
and
ended
Ben
up
don't go into the
sitting
city.
next to Lee from the Lights Camera Action podcast again.
Ah.
Yeah. So Lights Camera Rant, I should say. That's the name of his podcast. So he's become my his surrogate Ben.
Mr. Rant.
And we laughed our asses off.
You had a good time.
We did have a great
And then
time.
Risty's in the car park.
Couldn't find our level where the car was. That's the other problem with the Kino is there's that many fucking levels.
The levels, yeah.
So we actually stopped on every single one until we found it. So where'd you go?
I went to Cinema Nova and I checked out Kim's Video, which is not exactly new.
Mm.
It is from 2023, but they were doing like a special event screening.
Yep.
And I went to see it. And I know the name of the show is Good Movie Monday, and generally we try and keep things pretty positive. But this movie sucked. Fucking hell, did it suck?
Can I just also tell you, like, you probably aren't in on this right from the start of the show. Good Movie Monday does not mean good movie. It was a riff on the morning shows. Like
On
good
the morning
morning,
shows,
like good
yeah.
morning. You know, like,
But
yeah.
but all the Good Morning shows are usually positive.
Oh, that's true.
Positive.
Unless you're Richard Wilkins.
It's a good start.
Unless you're Richard Wilkins and you're reviewing fucking Snowtown.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jesus.
God.
Like,
Yeah. Well, the Australian shows are always pale imitations
You
of their
know,
American counterparts.
I was at my grandmother's 90th a couple of weeks ago, and someone was trying to explain what I do for a job, like to someone, and they just went, "You know what Richard Wilkins does? Like, Glenn does that."
Just with better hair and less makeup. He's a fucking mess these days.
And I like to
Richard
think I'm
Wilkins.
more likable.
Oh, you are. You are.
Better to your kids.
Well, yeah.
Uh,
one of the uncles is, let's say, on the fringes. Said, "Have you seen his kid?" Sorry.
so Kim's Video, it's directed by David Redman and Ashley Sabin, who did Girl Model a couple of years ago, which was actually really good, which is all about kind of teen models from like the Ukraine and Russia, and I shouldn't say it's not the Ukraine, it's Ukraine, and and their their talents, the way that kind of the industry churns them out and brings them over to America. It's like a bit of a kind of a meat grinder. Kim's Video was like a cult video store in New York, and it was a chain. There were several locations, but and then it went out of business in the 90s. It went out of business, and they had to decide what to do with this 55,000 film collection. And it was a choice between NYU that wanted to take the collection and this town in Sicily, in Italy.
Yeah.
And of course, they went for this town in Sicily. And part of the deal was that any member of Kim's Video could come to this town, free accommodation, and they could access the video library.
Right. I love this.
Yeah.
And then it just disappeared. The communication was cut off.
So this is the hunt for it?
And so at the start of the film, the guy is the filmmaker is running around going, where's Kim's Video? Can you tell me where Kim's Video is? Is Kim's Video here? And of course, he's in fucking New York. It's a retarded opening.
Yeah.
And then it just plays. There's like 15 minutes of clips from films that in no way are relevant to the point he's trying to make
Yeah.
or the documentary in any way, shape, or form. They're just clips. And they're not even cult movie clips.
Oh,
It's-
yeah.
It's just sloppy filmmaking.
Makes me think of that Midnight Cowboy doco. I had the same issue with that.
Yeah. But
pure
then
padding.
he does go to Italy. He does find the collection. And there's this whole, like, it's such an interesting idea, but they really do a bad job in explaining what Kim's video was, the history of it. Like, there's a little bit of it, but nowhere near enough. There's this whole thing about the guy who was the mayor of this town when the whole Kim's video thing happened, was there because he was like this major, like, national Italian politician who was kind of on sabbatical during a like some kind of corruption trial.
Yeah.
So he's just like, he was hiding out of the way as the mayor of this small town while it all got sorted. And then since then he's gone back and is now like the minister for culture or something in Italy. But so there's all this stuff going on, and then they go and they steal the collection back because they find it, and it's the building that it's in is
That was Monuments, man.
leaking, and half the tapes are rotten, and the collection is in a mess. And the guy kind of breaks in, and then they organize a bunch of people, and they're all wearing. And he tracks down Youngman Kim, the guy who started Kim's video, and he's like, "Yeah, we found the collection, and we stole it back." And he's like, "You stole it back?" And he's like, "Oh, totally." And he goes, "You couldn't have done it yourself. There's too many tapes." He's like, "Oh no, I had help from like Wes Anderson and Paul Thomas Anderson and Quentin Tarantino." And it's just guys in masks.
Yeah.
Those masks doing the stuff.
It's like Point Break.
And the funniest thing about Kim, about Youngman Kim, is that he's like still a businessman, a fairly successful businessman in Korea. That no one that he does business with there knows anything about this kind of shit, because it was like bootlegs, it was everything was going on in this video store. No one knows anything about it. And when they first meet him at this conference, he's like, "No one here knows about my past, so please do not say anything to anyone about it. We'll just talk in private."
Oh.
It's such a fascinating subject, but so sloppily made. It was upsetting.
Nobody watching or listening needs to see it now. We know exactly what happens.
What happens? Yeah. Oh well, there's no. It's not really a mystery.
Not a reveal.
No.
They would have had 3 options if you'd lived over there. You could have just backed your car up and taken the collection yourself.
Yeah.
You've been known to do that in the past.
The thing that's so weird too is that they show video of when they originally put it in there, and they had done a decent job of displaying it, and then someone had come along in the intervening years and then just like shoved all the stuff off the shelves onto tables, but left the shelves there. And then the roof has half caved in and all this sort of stuff's happened. But you're like, why did you go to all the effort of moving the stuff? If like,
it's like they moved it to do something and just couldn't be
and
fucked
then just
putting
couldn't
it
be
back.
bothered. Yeah,
We all know how that is.
Such a weird thing.
So Fergus, what have you been to see?
Weapons ages ago, but honestly, no.
And moving on. No,
How good? Well,
is-
we have a motive.
this is my punishment for taking my place. I just cut him off at every chance I get.
Did you love Weapons?
It was great.
Oh.
I was expecting you to cut me off there, but yeah, no, it was fantastic. Without saying the ending, just a tiny bit left to, I wanted to do a bit more from that, just a little bit more.
Well, I mean, they've given you the whole what the fuck was that giant machine gun in the sky about?
Yeah.
Oh, have they explained that? Have they?
They've tried to, but it's like it was up to your interpretation and all this kind of bullshit.
Which kind of felt out of place that moment.
I feel like it was an ending that it got written out in the script, and they didn't go back and change. And they're like, oh, I forgot about
or
that.
the
bit.
editor accidentally grabbed the wrong clip, the one that was supposed to go on the cutting room floor. No wonder Josh Brolin's looking up at it going, what the fuck?
Yeah, 'Cause I'm not high enough for this.
But look, I half expected jump scares from the beginning of the film. Like, I thought that was going to be the tone that it went.
No,
Fantastic.
just an ominous sort of
yeah.
foreboding kind of movie.
And paced so well.
Yeah.
Very well paced. But
But a tough wank, that Aunt Gladys, huh?
wasn't that tough. I mean,
You're a younger man than us.
It's all in the lipstick.
Yeah.
It's Terrific TV Tuesday, the only Tuesday TV segment that drops on a Monday.
It's my favorite time of the week. Terrific TV Tuesday time.
Oh, thought you were going to say dinner.
It's the wristies in the car park at Keno. That's my favorite time of the week.
Yeah, who did it better? The guy that you went
Yeah.
to
Who gives the
recently
better
or
wristies?
Ben? Yeah.
Me or your new boyfriend?
Well, new is always better.
But yeah, that is true.
Oh, you got to practice now.
Have to really work on those. I've got one of those hand exercises.
The Goonies.
Really, yeah, improving my grip. Get the I'll pop the head off next time.
Oh, why did I imagine that? Oh god. Oh.
Now imagine it rotoscoped, like in Dog of God.
All right, so we're going to talk about TV.
We're going to talk about TV. I'm going to go first only because I don't know what you have planned.
I've got no specific TV show to talk about. So I've got things to talk about, but not that.
Okay, excellent. Then I will go first.
Yeah, go for it.
So this week saw the launch, I guess, the restarting of both Slow Horses and Gen V.
Yep.
Did I watch them? Yes, I did. Am I going to talk about them? No, I'm not.
Thank God for that.
Some crank on Instagram put up a video of this 90s sitcom called Going Places with the title, surely this is one of the worst sitcoms ever made. And I went, I'll be the judge of that, sir. And thankfully, the entire season is up on YouTube.
Oh.
And I've watched the first 4 episodes, and it is amazing. Amazingly shit, but still amazing. I would have loved this.
I mean, does it really hold a candle to a Heil Hitler I'm Home?
It's not as good as Heil Hitler I'm Home. It's not as good as the musical Hill Street Blues show. But get this, so it's let's be careful out there.
That was crazy.
But it's almost as good. So it's from the creators of Step by Step.
Oh my God.
So you know it's gold.
It's gonna have a good theme song.
It does have a great theme song. It stars Alan Ruck.
Yeah.
From Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Cameron.
Jerry Levine.
Yeah.
From Teen Wolf. Heather Locklear.
Oh, she was in everything.
She was in everything. But this is prime Heather Locklear. Hallie Todd, the mum from, I think, The Secret Life of Alison Mack or one of those, or Lizzie McGuire.
Alison Mack. She don't want to know her secret life. She went to jail for it.
Holland Taylor, who looking exactly the same as she does now. And this is 25 years ago.
Yeah, right. Well, so does
exactly the same. And Stacey Keenan, who plays her daughter from Step by Step. It's one of the daughters in Step by Step. Basically, Alan Ruck and Jerry Levine are two brothers who fly into Los Angeles from Chicago because Jerry Levine has got them a job writing for a TV show, which is a candid camera type prank show. What he doesn't tell him is that they're there for a 4-month trial, and he's given up this like lucrative job in an advertising agency to come and do it. They're there for a trial. They're working in a team with Heather Locklear and Hallie Todd, and Holland Taylor is their boss, who basically threatens to fire them at every episode.
So is this like a tool time thing where they cut to the
then they do the show, and they're all in the show.
Okay.
But basically, it's just them figuring out ways to infuriate people.
Okay, right.
So, like,
I'm down. This is great. That's what we do every week.
One of them is they come up with this idea where this guy goes to a restaurant and then they're working as the valets, and so they replace his car with the same car but totally trashed.
Yeah, right.
And then act like that's how you gave us the car. And so the guy goes nuts, and they're like, "Are you sure you want to swear when you're on national television?" It's super lame, but it is. And they all have to live in the house together, but there's 4 of them, but only 3 bedrooms. Hijinks ensue. They have fun by playing Monopoly with each other. They're all single and desperate and dateless.
It sells itself.
Jerry Levine has got the hots for I haven't quite figured. Only 4 episodes in, they could still all bang each other. I haven't figured out who the sexual tension is that's supposed to propel the show into.
Just written a new show though.
Multiple seasons, yeah. It's but it is amazing. Unfortunately, it does rely a lot on Alan Ruck's physical comedy skills.
Oh no.
Which is very interesting because he's usually just the straight man. But and Jerry Levine is the comedy relief as well.
Well, I mean, Alan Ruck is the guy that swing, but give it a
swing. It is, and it is pervy in that perfectly 90s way. Like Heather Locklear, Heather Locklear's backside is featured quite prominently in this series, and I only wish that it was in better quality because the pixels really...
Oh, like it's in the show was in better quality, not the behind.
No, the behind is in perfect quality. It's 4K high definition, that behind.
Split screen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to watch this.
Independent rear suspension, as they say. But
big bottom. Big bottom.
You got big love trucks, my girls got them. But, it is like just watching a couple of pixels bang up against each other. But
That's all I need.
on YouTube, Going Places. Check it out.
Excellent. I'm going to throw it to Fergus now. Have you got any kind of television to talk about? No.
Excellent. Thank you.
We don't
on.
don't prep Fergus for the show the way we prep for the show, so can't expect
I could talk about what I talked about last time I was on this show, Dexter Resurrection.
that, or you still watching 6 Feet Under. Did you finish that?
No, I finished that. Don't worry, we talked about that.
Oh, did we? Okay, it shows how much I remember or care.
So you don't listen to the show either afterwards.
I listened twice, and you'd think I'd remember.
So I guess we're talking to you about how you haven't prepared.
Well, it's not that I haven't prepared. I've come with stuff to talk about, but firstly, I've got to say, how fucking great is Gilded Age? Thank you for putting me onto that.
You're more than welcome.
Addicted to it, but we're putting a cap on only 2 episodes at a time. We're not going beyond that because fatigue can hit us pretty hard if we go too long on a show in one sit-in. So doing 2 episodes at a time, 2 every night, it's such a great watch. It's better than Downton Abbey, I think. The characters are better, the relationships and the politics is much better. Like,
I am getting there with the fatigue with Downton Abbey.
Yeah, because you binge hard.
I do. I'm 5 seasons in.
That's right.
In a week.
I'm season 2, halfway through.
5 seasons in a week.
In a week.
He really did. Like, I rocked up. I hadn't seen him in a few days. He goes, so I'm like, season 4.5 or something. I'm like, what?
Aren't there 24 episode seasons as well?
No, there's only 10 episodes a season.
Okay.
So it's not too bad. But they are an hour. They're an hour long.
They're a good
episodes.
hour too. They're not like the hour where you remove commercials and you
Not
get
the
a 40
45.
minute.
45. No, it's a full hour.
But anyway, Gilded Age, I'm loving it. Just wanted to update you on that. So I definitely can recommend it.
And you know what? When I finished Downton Abbey and the movies, apparently Belgravia is
So
another...
he's done the movies now.
No. I'm not up to them
when
in the
you-
chronology.
Yeah.
I don't know when the movies happen.
They're after the show.
So the whole series is finished before
And then
the
the
movies
movies
start.
come like 5-10 years later.
Is the one where they go to France? Is that the first movie?
Number 2.
That's number 2. Okay.
Yeah, that's the holiday.
I feel like that's the Are You Being Served one where they go to Australia and open a farm.
It's weird. Like number 1 is essentially just the show as a movie. Number 2 is the holiday, and number 3 is a real cool sort of It's kind of like the Gilded Age where new meets old or old meets new.
Right, okay.
And it's a hand into the bat and all that kind of stuff.
Because I did notice, because the trailer came up for the second movie in on the Prime kind of window, because they must have just added it.
Yep.
And Hugh Bonneville's voice sounds funny. Like,
Right.
Did he undergo like throat cancer or something?
No, I don't know what that's about.
He's just gotten croaky and he's lost. Yeah, he's got that Ozempic weight loss kind of thing going on.
No, I don't know. I didn't pick up on that myself. So I don't know.
I guess because that was 2022, I think, that film.
Yeah, something like
so
that.
it's quite a distance between.
He's aged. Age got
He's
older.
just an older guy.
Yeah. So the other thing I wanted to bring up, just a little bit of news. I only read late last week that they're bringing back Baywatch. So the whole new series has been commissioned, 12 episodes.
Serious
new
or
cast,
comedy?
New cast. No, I think it's an actual redo of the
Like
show.
an actual, okay.
And I think it'd be like I'd imagine it'd be a redo of the original series. Like the first season or 2 were serious, like procedural sort of rescue shows.
Well, it's the first episode, despite their denials.
Yeah.
Is the pilot episode is a complete rip-off of the movie Lifeguard with Sam Neill.
Sam Elliott. Yeah.
And Archer.
I reckon this will be like that. It's a serious kind of take where they're rescuing people and all that kind of stuff. Before it became melodramatic and titty and all that kind of stuff.
Before Pamela Anderson joined in season 3. Look, my request to the producers, leave the theme song alone.
Yeah.
Just keep the theme song. It doesn't need to be updated. You don't need to make it like...
No, you can just update the footage.
Yeah. Just change the footage. But
because that was the theme song for the serious show before it turned dull. It's like it did the whole Married with Children thing where it started off as a legitimate thing and then just became its own fucking retarded.
Yeah, and
it's a spin-off within itself. It's weird.
You have my permission to make Baywatch Nights as well, where Mitch becomes a private detective at night. because that show is also excellent.
Yeah.
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah,
That sounds
totally
it
does.
was great, and it aired at like 9:30 at night instead of
Yeah.
7:30.
It was their kind of. They tried to make it a bit X-Filesy.
Yeah,
That sounds really good.
Baywatch X-Files.
and then they tried to do Baywatch Down Under, and that didn't work. So they became Baywatch Hawaii, I think.
Yeah, because they were down to 2. Where were we going to shoot the next
Yeah.
season of Baywatch? And it was, are we going to do it in Hawaii, or are the tax breaks good enough to do it in Australia? So they did the 2 pilots.
They turned it into a tele movie.
And they turned it into the Australian one. But then a lot of the cast members from the Australian one, like Tanya Zayeda and Simone Jade McKinnon, actually went over to the Hawaii and were in that series.
They'd already signed on.
But that was where Jason Momoa kind of got his big break.
Yeah, and looking weird too, like, you know, no beard. Like,
young and pretty.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Really?
I'd like to run into young Jason Momoa in a car park with a supple wrist, if you know what I mean. So before the show recording this week, we sat down in Glenn's cozy lounge room and watched a couple of films that at least 2 of us had never seen before.
Well, I mean, let's say all 3 of us, because like I had seen, I'd seen the second one, but the first one I thought I'd seen 30 years ago, whatever. But nothing about it was familiar to me at all.
It's gonna be forgettable, that's for sure.
I won't forget this. Not now.
It's so bizarre. I can't imagine. So this movie it's from the first movie we watched is called Nomads, directed by John McTiernan's kind of debut feature
before he did Predator and Die Hard,
and all that sort of stuff, and before he was tapping phones for the man. It was made in 1985, released in 1986. Stars Pierce Brosnan doing a
Remington Steele era,
very interesting French accent. Leslie Ann Down, who I always get mixed up with Leslie Ann Warren. Like, come on. And they're both British. And it is
shit. Let's just say
fucking weird. It's just weird.
This is it's almost an absurdist, surrealist kind of movie. I don't think it intends to be.
I mean, that aspect.
Sorry, I sneeze every time Glenn swears.
Bless you. Bless you, my child. And while you're over there, is that still recording, just to make sure?
It sure is.
Okay, excellent. Carrying on. So this is like an absurdist film that doesn't intend to be absurd. At least I don't think so. Nothing about it makes sense whatsoever.
No.
Do you want to give us the synopsis there, Ben?
If you can.
So Leslie Ann Down is a.
Should never ask you to do this because we'll be here for 10
We'll
minutes.
be for a while. Leslie Ann Down is a doctor working in the emergency room in an LA hospital, and they bring in Pierce Brosnan, who is covered in blood, completely psychotic. They figure he's high on drugs. Is
only speaking French.
And she goes to help him, and he kind of has a fit and then whispers something into her ear and then dies. And then she, the next day, starts basically seeing his life through his eyes in these kind of waking dreams.
Hang on. You're starting to make sense of this, right? Like, back it up a bit.
Yeah,
back it up a bit. Like, it is not as easy to follow as that.
And he, as it turns out, he is an anthropologist who is obsessed with Nomads. So all the clips they show at the start of his career, he's like in the Serengeti and, you know, in
taking
Africa, like following
photos of
tribesmen.
Very unnecessary.
But then it turns into, he follows this, he moves into this house in the Hollywood Hills somewhere, and there's a gang of street punks, of new wave punks that are kind of just hanging around in the A-Team's van in the street for no reason. And he becomes obsessed with them because he realizes that they don't live anywhere. They don't have jobs.
They're always on the move.
Anything.
They're
always on the move. They are nomads.
Yes.
Hence the title, which
then,
got a little golf clap.
Then halfway through the movie, they tell you what nomads are, and
yeah, they
in
explain
the smallest bit.
Yeah,
in the smallest
Ben
bit.
says to us like, don't pause it. I need to go to the toilet because, you know, I'm not going to miss anything. The second you walk out, boom, there's the exposition.
Yeah.
Here's what nomads are. Well, they're exactly this. And
1 minute
there's
scene.
a nun comes into it.
yeah.
And then
played by Happy Gilmore's nan.
And all the while, Leslie Ann Warren is reliving all of the stuff that he has done, and she's like literally. So he imagines that he's like. So she sees him. So the day he gets killed, he's walking down the street. She's walking down the same street. She to the point where she breaks into his house.
Fuck's his missus.
And then
Yeah, legit.
and Pierce Brosnan has sex with his wife, and she wakes up in the bed with the wife, who is totally fine with it, played by Anna Maria Monticelli, who was like an Australian actress from Empty Beach and La Splendide. And
She wakes up and doesn't
stuff.
bat an eyelid.
She
It's
is
so
fine
weird.
with it. She was down with the scissoring.
Yeah.
We appreciated it.
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Such a bizarre film, but thoroughly enjoyable. Look, Treasured Films in the UK have released this on Blu-ray. There is a commentary with John McTiernan and a video essay by Kim Newman explaining the whole thing. I think I'm going to have to watch it again just to see what the hell I could possibly say.
Might I suggest to anybody that may be interested, I don't know why you would be after this conversation, but if you're interested in this film, do it with mates, because it was a good time. Watching this movie was a good time because we could all agree what the fuck just happened, what was that about. No.
You swore again. I was thought I had to sneeze.
Well, the people listening might have thought the show just cut out. So anyway, I'm glad we watched this one.
So that was the first one. Yeah. So as I said, Treasured Films have a copy out in DVD. You can buy that over Amazon. Well worth the effort because it's just so fucking weird.
And because of that experience, we needed a bit of an elixir. We needed some kind of remedy to cleanse the palate.
Because originally we were going to watch the new Umbrella release of Salute the Jugger, which I haven't seen in 30 years. I don't know. I think the same for you since
maybe
VHS.
20 or so, yeah.
Fergus, you've never seen it.
Never seen it.
And we thought, rather than take the chance on an unknown, let's watch a familiar favourite, one that we can guarantee is going to be nice and light, short and good. And so we put on Kentucky Fried Movie.
Classic,
brilliant.
The classic original film that, the David Zucker and Jerry, what's his name, Jim Abrams and the other Zucker. Zaz,
and,
as they say.
Directed by John Landis.
Yeah, and it's one of the early sketch comedy shows. If you know sketch comedy TV, this is sort of that pioneered that kind of genre, I guess. I love this one. I've seen it numerous times. It's just it killed me. Like, I was laughing out loud all the way through this from start to finish. As were you guys.
Yeah.
Ferg, your first time?
First time, yeah.
What did you think?
Awesome. That was, like I was saying to you, just comedy movies nowadays don't tend to hold a candle to something like that.
And when they try, they get shat on like movie 43. I don't think that movie is bad. I don't think it fails in general, but just the public perception and the critical reception.
But this had me laughing out loud.
No. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Of movie 43. I like Kentucky Fried Movie. I didn't like movie 43. Although when you play that Cine Nerdle, then movie 43 is your go-to because everyone's in it.
Stumps everyone.
Every time you're stumped, you just go, movie 43. Movie 43 and Avengers. You kind of
remember Hugh Jackman with the balls for a chin?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm surprised he's managed to live that down.
And Faris insisting that Chris Pratt shit on her.
Yeah.
That's right. I forgot about that one.
That was just a behind-the-scenes moment.
Yeah. Kentucky Fried Movie. What's your favourite bit? Like, do you have something that stood out here? Because, it's got, if you've never seen it, it's all sketches, but there is a big 40-minute chunk in the middle that is a parody of all the Bruce Lee movies. It's called A Fistful of Yen. I think that, for me, I could watch 2 hours of that.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
And I had a callback to my personal favourite skit as well. I can't remember the name of the guy. Do you know the one? Red Underpants? What's his name?
Oh, yes.
man.
I can't.
That's the newsroom one.
There's an earlier sketch where they're doing a sex tape, like an
instructional
tutorial on how to have
Oh,
sex.
yeah, that's that one. That's right. Yeah. That one, yeah. And he's like, if you premature ejaculate, then we've got you covered.
Yeah, like Amazon Steve comes through the fucking wall.
Smashes through the
Guaranteed sexual satisfaction.
It's because it's a shock moment.
Yeah.
Like, it catches you off guard. Some of the
But
gags...
him smiling and waving them goodbye as well just had me rolling.
You can see where most of the jokes are coming, but that one catches you off guard, I gotta admit. And it gets really grotesque, like what to do when your loved one dies. Like, just keep them around until they decompose in front of you. Like, and it's a kid, that's what makes it even funnier.
Yeah.
And it's a rotted corpse at the baseball with them.
Yeah.
When everyone's playing in the pool and he's just floating there dead. It was so good.
There's so much to love about it. I think the Fistful of Yen is my favourite stuff, particularly like when she's pointing out the microphones in the room when the room's bugged.
Yeah, and there's like the microphone comes from the ceiling.
And there's a guy in the corner with a fucking...
It's another
and
in
the
a
whole
long...
room of them.
I feel like it's another in a long line of films where the joke films within the film are films that I would legitimately like to see made, like in
Catholic Schoolgirls in Trouble.
Yeah,
Yes.
fucking oath. See you next Wednesday in American Werewolf in London, the porno theater film.
Yep.
The scene in Blowout.
Yeah.
Or is it Blowout?
Blowout, yeah.
The horror movie they're making, or the horror movie that they're making at the start of not Dressed to Kill. What's the other one?
Oh, you even Final Destination. No, Urban Legends 2.
Urban Legends,
Yeah.
Stab.
Yeah.
No, but what's the other Brian De Palma movie with with Frankie Goes to Hollywood and Melanie Griffiths and
Yeah. I can't remember. Oh, not Body Double. It's
Body Double.
It is Body Double.
Body Double, the movie that they're making because Craig Watson is making that vampire film and Dennis Franz is the director.
At least when you watch like Matinee, Joe Dante gives you the fake movie on the special features of the disc.
You can watch
see
Mant
by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but yeah. Anyway, Kentucky Fried Movie. If you haven't seen it, like I don't know if it's easy to come by. It was just on the shelf, so we grabbed it. It might be a recommendation that no one can get hold of.
No, well, tough titties. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Actually do though.
Become movie detectives,
Yeah.
like we used to be when we were growing up. You'd read about a movie in a cult cinema magazine, and then you spent the next 5 years searching for it.
Half the fun is doing the work.
Yeah, when you get it, then you just don't watch it.
Yeah,
that's
right.
also the rules.
Watch this one though.
Until a bunch of mates come around and one of them picks it out, and you're in your head, you're like, do I really want to watch that? But I'm glad someone's making me, and they do make you, and then you have a great time.
Case in point, I spent 5 years trying to replace Kangaroo Jack. You even came on a Kangaroo Jack hunt.
We went on a hunt
with me. Couldn't find it, and then 50 cents up the road, op shop. Fucking what a day that was! I texted you with a photo.
You were happy as Larry.
Oh, I was.
And then you watched it straight away, right?
Yeah, I did.
Well, that's breaking the rules.
But yeah.
Once you own it, you're not supposed to watch it. Then you're like, now the impetus to watch it is gone.
What I found out about Kangaroo Jack is that there is an R-rated version that exists. So it was made as a gangster movie with curse swearing. I couldn't get that word out. Swearing.
I thought it was an actor that I'd never heard of. Oh, with curse. I was like, who curse?
It's
Who's
like
that?
it's an R-rated cut that apparently the studio went like, well, no, this movie actually needs to see the kangaroo, so they put a digital CGI kangaroo in there, which is funny when it becomes a family film, right? Because that's what they turned into a PG movie. But it was shot as an R-rated movie, so that exists out there.
I mean, it makes more sense that Jerry O'Connell's in it when it's an R-rated movie. Because he was in like Tomcats
and Anthony Anderson
and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, and Christopher Walken.
And Christopher Walken.
And Michael Shannon, sorry.
I just feel like it.
It's great.
It should have been more like that Paul Hogan sketch with the boxing kangaroo. It's beating the shit out of people.
I'll swear by Kangaroo Jack. I think it's a great family movie. Like, it just is what it is. But anyway, R-rated cut. If you're listening and you have connections, make it happen. No one's listening. Not asking.
No, they've gone. We've lost them.
2012. Gangman Style brought fuckwits out of the woodwork.
Just happened there. Nothing to see here. It's 2012, Glenn.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The Avengers are number one at the box
What
office.
the fuck?
I'm in grade 6.
You're in grade 6.
Wow. Shit. Sometimes you forget.
Oh wait, no, my math's off.
Resident Gen Z over there. What?
I was here.
My math's off.
I already been working for 15
You
years.
didn't finish grade 6, did you?
No.
No, clearly not. Yeah.
Flunked out of grade 6. So
Yeah.
the top 10 films
Okay. Yeah, give it
this
to us.
year. Oh, what a disappointment. Men in Black 3, number 10. Hunger Games. Madagascar 3, Europe's Most Wanted. The Amazing Spider-Man. Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn, Part 2. Fucking hell. Ice Age, Continental Drift. Kill me now. Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. Death to Midgets. Dark Knight Rises. Skyfall, another Bond shit. And The Avengers at number 1.
Don't start him on Bond.
I'm going to now remove it.
It's another. It's not as underwhelming as last week, but it's still pretty underwhelming.
It's still pretty underwhelming. So why don't you take us through what horror films came out?
I haven't got them highlighted, but I can probably scroll through.
The one time I was like, this time.
No, because it's usually whoever hosts
Host
is
does
the one
it.
that
Well,
goes.
but you usually have all the horror films listed. Just to keep Brody happy?
I'm not hosting. Okay, let's.
You do it anyway.
I usually highlight Woman in Black. This might take a while because I'm scrolling. Cabin in the Woods, and we had. I'm going to consider Dark Shadows in there as well. Chernobyl Diaries, Piranha 3D, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. That came from out of nowhere. That was a weird one. What else have we got? Have you got them actually highlighted there, Ben?
Not. I've got films highlighted.
The Collection, that was a good one. That'll do.
Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah, I guess so.
Would you put Prometheus on that list?
Yeah, okay, let's throw that in. Measure Paranorman. Sorry, Brody. This week I did not give a fuck.
Other good films that came out that year: 21 Jump Street.
I wasn't prepared for this until last night. I really haven't put much thought into this week.
John Carter, Warlord of Mars, deep in the 3D world. The Lucky One, Moonrise Kingdom. What to Expect When You're Expecting came out this year. Safety Not Guaranteed. Rock of Ages, which I think started someone that we know. Looper, Arbitrage, The Sessions. Silver Linings Playbook came out this year.
We know.
Yeah, I could be getting that wrong with another one with Band-Aid or something like that. What's the one with Tammin Sursok in it?
Not that one, not Rock of Ages.
Is it not Rock of Ages? Is that the animated one?
No, it's the one with Tom Cruise and...
Yeah,
Ellie
okay, so I'm
Goulding.
thinking of the other one, Band Slam.
Yeah,
Band Slam is the one with Tammin Sursok.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Red Dawn, Wreck-It Ralph, Flight, Argo, Fuck Yourself.
All right,
is that this year? Ruby Sparks.
Remove that from Ben's list. I should have known. The Master came out that year. Dread, Looper, Frankenweenie, Pitch Perfect.
Killing Them Softly came out this year. Heather Graham.
Did you say Man with the Iron Fist?
I didn't, but that did come out this year. Here Comes the Boom, my favourite Kevin James movie.
That's a great movie, that. The Odd Life of Timothy Green. That's a really weird one that I like a lot.
Beast of the Southern Wild came out that year.
West of Memphis.
Battleship, which I have down as one of your favourite movies of the year.
I don't know why.
Really.
I was going to say, you asked me that like weeks ago.
No, I always just.
That's the new thing. It's a new gag, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I always try to pick. What's
new bit I'm not in on until now.
What's potentially the film that everyone hated the most of that year, and then I say that must be Glenn's favourite movie.
In that case, I've got one for you.
Okay.
All right. Then we get to it.
I'm guaranteeing that it probably will be on my list.
No, I'm guaranteeing it won't be, but I'm gonna play along and pretend it is.
And do it. Django Unchained came out that year. This is 40.
Should we try and guess?
Let's try and
guess our favourites from that year. I'm going to start. Argo.
No.
That's the joke. Because I know it's not.
Because it's not, no.
All right. How about American Reunion?
No.
Piranha 3D?
3 Double D, isn't it?
That's the second one.
I thought it was 3 Double D. Was it? I thought that was the
Piranha 3D and then Piranha 3 Double D.
Yeah, and I think Piranha 3 Double D is the 2012
I'm pretty sure it's just Piranha 3D. I could be wrong. It doesn't matter. Hey, I'm not finished yet. Actually, I am. That's it.
Is that it?
Yeah.
No, I have to say I struggled this week to find films that I thought that were my picks. I only have 2.
Yep. You're right too. It's 3 Double D is 2012. My bad. One with Gary Busey.
Yes. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure I mentioned 3D a couple of
but we talk about movies in every segment of the show, so I just don't remember what part it was for.
Yeah. And I look, after a certain amount of time, I know that you just zone out of what I'm saying because
that too.
I just rub it on.
Ben fatigue.
Yeah. No, my picks for this year were Dread.
Okay,
Great
doesn't
pick.
surprise me.
And Pitch Perfect.
Oh, I did have Pitch Perfect there. I just mustn't have read it out.
Yeah,
I got one right.
That is, you did get one right. So for Glenn, I've gone Project X.
Yes, number 1.
There we go. I had Rock of Ages because I thought it was Band Slam, but so it's all about Rock of Ages.
No.
But
when we watched Project X together, that was a good time.
Yes, it was. Yeah, that's a fucking great film.
Did I watch that with you too? At some point? No.
Did you see it in cinemas? I saw it in cinemas.
No, it was definitely on Blu-ray for the first
we
time.
watched. Yeah,
That was a fun movie, though.
It's great.
Just through and through.
Once again, the Adam Sandler movie of the year. That's My Boy.
That's a great
Even though this is 40, this is 40 is also clearly a superior Adam Sandler movie of that year. But I've gone, no, this is My
Adam
Boy.
Sandler's not in This Is 40.
Oh no, he's in. What's the one that he's in?
That's My Boy.
No. But what's the one with Seth Rogen and Aubrey Plaza, and Eric Banner's in it? Funny People.
Funny People, yes.
Funny People
Judd
was the one I was
maybe,
thinking
yeah,
of.
but that's,
Magic Mike.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's on there.
And I had Ruby Sparks.
No, I didn't think much of that one. So
I know Jarrett hated it. I thought maybe it was just.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had Project X. I had Goon. The hockey-
Sean William Scott.
That's it. American Reunion. So that was great because once again, Sean William Scott shits in an esky. You can't go wrong with that.
And the best part about that gag is the follow-up gag where he talks about how he has to wipe his ass because they never talk about that during shit gags in sex comedy. Like they just pinch it off clean. I'm like, what are these people? Supermen with a powerful colon muscles?
Like what? How does the comic go down? It's like, what did he use to wipe his ass?
Yeah, they just want to do. He goes, they're gonna wipe my ass.
I did have Piranha 3D, but seeing now, I was mistaken. I'm going to
Piranha 3D. Yeah, the first one because Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah,
Ving Rhames,
Jerry O'Connell,
plus
Dick
porn stars.
Through
It's gold.
No,
gold.
Double D is good. Oh, so did you say Elizabeth Shue?
Yes.
Yeah. Double D is okay.
Yeah,
but it's not great. And Magic Mike. So that was
your pick. So we got now.
Fergus.
There's one movie I'm surprised you don't have on your list, but it's on my list. So I'm not.
Look,
gonna say
like I said, ill prepared. I only put these together last night. What else?
I'm not saying it because it's on my list.
I'm
I'll let you
guessing.
guys get-
Okay, for Fergus, we're guessing.
I'm guessing that you had the Guilt Trip
Nice try.
and Django Unchained.
I do have that one on there.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
go.
very good. I had Django on my list for you as well. I had The Master on my list for you.
Definitely.
Skyfall.
Definitely.
I had Killing Them Softly.
Yep.
Wow, of course.
And-
Killing Me Softly should be on everyone's
One
list.
more. I had Seven Psychopaths.
No, I didn't actually get that one.
Okay. How good was that?
It's pretty bloody good.
My number one though.
Oh, okay.
The Hunt.
Oh, the
Yugton.
Mads
Yeah.
Nicholson one.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
geez,
I
yeah.
love that movie.
I should have known.
Hang on,
But the one-
is the movie called The Hunt or is it the rhyming slang? It's actually called The Cunt.
I mean, that works. For
That
the
works.
Title, yeah.
Knowing me,
I thought you would have had Maniac on yours though.
I
Yeah.
didn't
I
even have
released that
that. I haven't
Because that's.
you did.
actually,
Did you?
yeah, we
Monster.
released it in Australia.
Monster
yeah.
release, yeah.
Ah, so I own the copy that you guys released. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just look
it's
at
my-
that
it's my
M,
fault.
that little
It's
green-
your fault. It's
that
a
little
great
M
movie,
up
though.
the top there on the spine.
Yeah,
That'll
yeah,
give it
yeah.
away. Yeah, look, I do love that one. It's
Well, you suggested it to me.
it's one of
and
the
it's
few
great.
remakes that's probably better than the original, or at least different enough to the original.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
it's
it's
own
not
thing.
as like really
Grimy.
grimy as
Yeah.
the original, but it's
Yeah, and I mean the
certainly
original
nasty.
is in and of itself like it fits in with those Hen and Lotta movies, and
Yeah.
just any of those like Angel, those sleazy kind of like you said. But no, the remake is its own kind of filth.
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
will. Cool. That's a good list. So I'm impressed with myself guessing those.
So you should be though.
Worked with you long enough to talk about favorites
Yeah.
that I figured out.
I'd say you probably suggested most of those anyway.
Killing Them Softly. What a remarkable movie.
And
that is.
Gandolfini,
yeah,
that's fantastic.
it's one of the few DVDs that came back with static over the sex scenes, like the old videos used to get, because that's where everyone paused it.
Yes. I remember the pain one day of having to actually splice out a sex scene because of the tube tape had worn down. And it's not until you watch it back you realize the bit you had to fix was actually
Yeah,
money shot.
it's the good bits.
Yeah, that's it. Anyway, should we find out what the Boneheads reckon?
Let's do it.
Welcome to Bonehead Weekly Fun Size. And this week we're doing 2012. 2012 is the year that we got Prometheus, the best movie ever made. The documentary about all documentaries in the existence. You know,
I'm going to punch you straight in the
I
dick.
do like 2/3 of it. I do. I just wish so many wishes. Just hey, let's take off our helmets and get bit by the space cobra. Space cobras. And I forgot completely about which one I'd picked. It wasn't the one you sent though. Damn it, Chad. You have to pick Django Unchained.
Oh, yeah. It's a good
I mean,
one.
I like the two that you sent me. They're really good. One of them's really good.
Yeah.
But Django Unchained is a lot of fun because all Tarantino movies are
Yeah,
a
it's
lot of
good.
fun.
You know, I was going to do some research on this, but Chad messaged me one, and I've got some honorable mentions, but he's right. It's Seven Psychopaths.
Yeah.
Seven
Oh, that's a
Psychopaths
good
may
one.
be just. There's nothing about that film that I don't enjoy.
That's my favorite.
It's got a
of that guy's
phenomenal
movies.
cast. Yeah, it's got a phenomenal cast. It's meme worthy. It's GIF or GIF, however you want to pronounce it, worthy. That Christopher. No, I'm not gonna. I mean, just so much of that movie works completely well, and Tom Waits, that final scene seals the deal every time. I'm like, yeah, just go ahead.
Full disclosure, my favorite one is Seven Psychopaths as well. But since I gave that to James, I got to talk about. I'm going the comic book route. My favorite movie of 2011, Dread.
Yeah.
That's really
Directed by
good.
Peter Travis. Yeah, co-written by Alex Garland.
Mhm.
I mean, I was blown away by this film. I wasn't expecting much going in. That's the thing, because it
None
was
of
so
us
low
were.
budget. Yeah, it was so low budget, and it just blew me away. Carl Urban as Dredd was fantastic. Carl Urban's good at anything that he does, but he was perfect casting as Dredd, and I still to this day hope we get a second one.
Yeah,
I
I
don't think it's
rewatched
going
it.
to happen.
I rewatched it about 2 months ago, and it was
Yeah.
like, nope, works every time.
Yeah,
This
so
isn't a-
Dredd.
My real honorable mention, real quick, is not a perfect film by any means, but I actually think it's Robert Zemeckis' last good movie is Flight with Denzel Washington. It's a fantastic performance by Denzel. It's a really good movie. It gets a little shaky towards a couple, a little too cheesy, but it's a really good movie that I don't think people give enough credit to. It was probably his last big hit or last decent size hit. Any other honorable mentions?
The Woman in Black,
That was better than I thought it would be too.
and a movie that every blue moon we get a movie that becomes a television show, and the movie is great, but the television show elevates it. But you have to give the movie credit. You can say MASH. I would argue Ted.
Yes, agreed. Ted was a
Ted
lot
is
of fun.
hilarious,
Yep.
but that sitcom that has followed it is even better.
I'm
Yep.
good. There's too many to mention.
And this has been Bonehead Weekly Fun Size.
Well, now it's time, Glenn, for our patented, trademarked, copywritten,
Touch tips.
ding dong you're dead
That's
moment.
what I was going for. You see?
He's ringing the doorbell. House from 1985 versus House 2, the second story from 1987.
Seven, I
Seven.
think. I chose this double feature simply for the fact that, because rarely do we do a part 1 and 2 for a movie battle, but these two are part of the same franchise, yet so different and opposing.
Very different.
Yes.
Even though they're both written by the same people.
Yeah, Ethan Wiley wrote the first one, directed the second.
Yes, and Fred Dekker wrote both.
Fred
With
Dekker.
Fred Dekker
Yeah,
on
that's
both.
right. And Fred Dekker, legend of the the horror world. If you know, you know. This is, I think, Jarrett's favorite horror film, or one of, is House, the first one.
Yeah.
Whereas I think it's one of the most overrated of all the 1980s horror films. I'm not a massive fan. Number 2, however, wow. That's one of my favorite sequels of all time. And the more I watch number 2, the more I fall in love with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at. It's an easy no-brainer
It's
for
an
me.
easy one for me. Look, and I would actually have to say I completely agree with you. I watched House when Arrow brought out the box set because I hadn't seen it as a kid. And I didn't really enjoy the first one. And that meant I didn't bother watching the rest of them.
Yeah.
And so then for this challenge, I didn't go back and rewatch the first one. I didn't have much of an interest
Straight
in
to
it.
number 2.
I went straight to number 2. And for me, it's everything that the first one is not.
Yes. Now
It's
let's start to Ferg, though. Get his opinion,
Yeah.
and then we can talk about the film.
Okay,
What
interesting.
was your take on these? First time watch?
First time watch of both. I mean, I didn't finish the second one, not on purpose, but yeah, no, I'm personally not used to more comedy over horror.
Yep.
So the first one sat better with me.
Mhm.
Much darker. There was comedy. There was
Yep.
still comedy in
Yep.
it, but much darker. Flashbacks, all that sort of stuff were quite gritty.
trauma.
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 War. Yeah.
Yeah.
All that bullshit trauma.
PTSD.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a trope at this point
Yeah.
in movies,
But it wasn't. But
um,
then it was relevant because it was a thing.
Yeah.
Like Vietnam was only recent, and
Yeah.
you had all these vets that were ignored by the government and having all this kind of
yeah.
stuff.
Well, that's it. You got to kind of put yourself. in
There's a
that
whole movie called
time zone.
Combat Shot that was about that,
Mm.
and many
And
others.
That sounds like
Born
a
on the 4th
porno.
of July
Yeah.
was a big one.
Hmm?
Combat Shot sounds like a porno.
Combat
But shock.
Shock.
Yeah.
Even though it was released by Troma,
It wasn't made by Troma though.
It wasn't made by
Yeah.
Troma. They just released it.
But yeah,
But the second one was just, it was almost jarring because it was so light.
number 2 is a fantasy. It's
Yeah.
it's almost a family film.
Yeah.
Way back when we had an old podcast called Franchise, which I've posted on our socials this week, and we did a whole episode dedicated to this franchise. And I had a bit of a re-listen to it to see what the opinions were. And yeah, I remember as a kid with these, the covers always were striking because they're great covers. You
Great,
got
fantastic artwork.
decomposing fingers, they're on the screen and all that. Number 2 always shocked me that it was PG. It was a big fat PG on the cover.
Mm.
I'm like, how can that movie be like PG? And then number 3 is R.
Yeah.
Like, how does that work? But
It's because there's really nothing to it. There's nothing to number 2. It's just a fun.
It's
it
a
is like
Jumanji movie almost.
Kids, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a, you know.
You got Gramps. Gramps is a great character.
Gramps is a great character. The
Royal
best
Dano.
character is Cliff from Cheers.
I was about to say the Cheers connection in both of these movies because you got
Yeah.
George Wendt
George
in
Wendt,
the first one.
one.
And
Yeah.
both of them are both of them steal the shows. Like so,
Yeah.
George Wendt's introduction in the first one when he's talking about the old lady that lived in the house, she's a real bitch or whatever, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. Oh, that was my mother. Heart of gold. Absolute heart of gold. Best line in the whole movie. And then Ratzenberger in number 2, when he's like a secret identity, but
Yeah.
like,
Electrician and adventurer.
yeah. Great character. You got Bill Maher, early young
Yeah.
Bill Maher. which
Perfectly
is-
as the sleazy record producer.
And I reckon when you watch his podcast, Club Random, whatever that's called, he has old posters around the basement, and one of them I think is House 2. You
His
just
House
can't
2.
quite see it on camera, but occasionally when they do those opening shots of the conversation, you can see it. But
And Amy Yazbek, John Ritter's widow.
Yes.
From Robin Hood Men in Tights,
amongst others,
amongst
I love
others.
that
Pops up.
I love that that's the one.
That's
you
the
went
one I
to.
go for Amy Yazbek, of course. I could go The Mask, I suppose. They're the two that I remember her being in the most.
Mm-hmm.
Ari Gross is
Ari
the
Gross,
star.
yeah,
of
he
the
is the
second
star.
one.
That's right, and he just went on to become a bit player, really,
Yeah,
in everything else.
it's like that. He really lost out when that I don't know the guy's name, but the other guy who looks a lot like him, but much more of a nerd, was cast in Perfect Strangers.
Yeah.
But it's an Ari Gross role.
Yeah.
Ari Gross is so in Soul Man. He's like the best friend. He is fucking great.
Once upon a time, he was a
Yeah.
John Cryer type back
Yeah,
then, you know.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's a very good analogy. Not analogy.
So
descriptor.
I only think 2 against 1. Number 2 is going to win this battle. I would recommend going and watching number.
I've
3
now got to
and
watch number
4.
3 to see what the how
Number
it's
3 is an
R-rated.
interesting one. It's got Brian James.
Love
And
Brian James.
If you've seen Shocker, it's like
Isn't he in the first one?
no,
Is he one of the monsters?
no, that was Richard Mole.
Yeah, right, of course. Yeah.
But no, number 3 is essentially the first Shocker. You know, the Mitch Pileggi Wes Craven movie. It's the
Yeah.
same kind of concept. The serial killer is executed, comes back in a haunted house to, I think, kill the family that pulled the trigger or something like that.
And is it closer in tone to the first one or the second one?
No.
Or is it just completely
It's
its own
completely
beast?
different. It is a really dark horror film without any comedy
Oh,
whatsoever.
okay, interesting.
And it was made as House 3. The producer had no confidence in its connection, and so they retitled it The Horror Show in America for release, and everywhere else in the world was still House 3.
House 3,
But
right.
it was, contrary to what some people think, it was actually House 3 to begin with. It's not like they tacked it onto the franchise. They actually in America removed it from the franchise.
Right.
And then number 4 brings back William Katt from the original and just continues his story, which it's a made-for-TV horror, but it's decent for what it is.
Okay, interesting.
Does that have comedy as well? The fourth one?
Yeah, it's
So it's back to
almost a remake of the
Yeah.
first one with the same guy coming back.
Yeah.
Very similar film. For what it's worth, it's pretty good. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, the director of number 3, the Brian James one, is the guy that made Jason X.
Well, I definitely have to
And
watch it
then
now.
He did his final film before he died. Was called Pig Hunt, which is a good one too. It's a
Going on a
horror
pig
film.
hunt.
Yeah. Deliverance style horror film. It's quite good.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah. Anyway, there we go. Well, that battle was easy. I
Was
was
it?
looking
Yeah.
forward to it. Just having a chance to watch these again was fun.
All right, Glenn. Rapid fire recommendation time. Let's see how rapid these are. Why don't you kick us off this week, Fergus? You didn't do it?
Prepare me for this. I don't have any recommendations.
Oh, we do it every week.
I know, but you cannot expect me to remember this.
I gave you some notes. I must have just left this out.
You
okay.
But I see why
Not
you
even
left
the
it out.
guy who. That's why we have so much trouble believing that we have listeners, because not even the guy that edits the clips and puts them on social media listens to the show.
Oh, shit.
I had
Called out.
I had a text message earlier when we were watching the movies from old Keithy Boy, who was the original host before Ben came along, and I said to him, "Oh, I got Ferg over watching some movies.
Spare me.
Spare me.
Spare me.
Watching some movies before we record." And he goes, "Oh, so what are you talking about this week?" I'm like, "If you listen to the show, you know it's the same segments every week."
We're talking about how the new James Bond movies are all shit.
But hey, Conjurer, they listen.
Yeah.
Conjurer listen.
Conjurer
They're our
listen.
kind of guys. All right, so we're fucking off Fergus, and we're just gonna.
We're just going to do it, which is good because I've got a bunch of films.
Okay, can I go through mine? And
Yeah, sure,
I'll try
do
to
it.
make it as rapid as possible. A movie I've always liked. It's been dismissed as a really, really bad film for some reason. I don't understand the hate. I watched it again last week. Still love it. It's the Disney 2015 movie Tomorrowland with George Clooney. Directed by Brad Bird, who did The Iron Giant and one of the Mission Impossibles. I think he did number 3 or 4.
I think 3 or 4.
Or wrote it.
The one after De Palma, right? Or no, De Palma did the
John
first
Woo
one.
did the second. Then J.J. Abrams did number 3, and I think he
must have been
wrote it.
4.
Oh, no, I think whatever.
Or maybe you wrote, yeah.
Whatever. But anyway, Tomorrowland, wonderful. It's also got Britt Robertson. Hugh Laurie is in it. Tim McGraw and Catherine Hahn are in it, as well as the black guy, they're both black. What's the guy from fucking Key and Peele or whatever it's called?
Key and Peele.
Jordan Peele.
Which one? Jordan Peele or
Keenan one or whatever his name is.
the other one?
Yeah, what is his name?
I've forgotten his fucking name.
Yeah.
It's the one I haven't written down. Oh, how
Tim
racist
Key?
of me. I don't know. He's in it and he's pretty fun.
No, Tim Key's the British guy.
But the general concept of the film is there is a parallel universe that exists alongside ours, obviously being parallel. And but it was designed.
It was
years
my
ago.
understanding, Glenn,
So
that there
bad.
would be no maths on the show.
Well, speaking of, so this parallel universe was designed by figures like Thomas Edison, Nikola Tesla, Jules Verne, and Gustav Eiffel. They created this back in the day, and it's starting to fall apart, and that's affecting our side of the parallel universe. And George Clooney plays a kid in the 1950s. He's now adult in now, but in the 50s he managed to cross over into that parallel universe, so he's the only one that really knows how to get back there. And this girl who sort of stumbles upon it gets his help, and it's an adventure to try and save this parallel universe, which is a fantastic metropolis.
It's like the Disneyland that you want Disneyland to be instead of the Disneyland you get when you go
It's based
there.
on the Tomorrowland theme area of the Disneyland, Disney World. Everywhere apparently where there's a Disney World, Disneyland, it's different, Tomorrowland or Tomorrow World.
Was there an original source material for Tomorrowland?
Yeah, so in Disney they've got
It's the
Magic
Disneyland.
Kingdom, which is divided into worlds, and Tomorrow World is one of them. It's a future, so it's like we've got Jungle Cruise came out and Haunted Mansion.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Tomorrowland is one of those things. But it's a fantastic science fiction adventure that's actually quite scary. It's got awesome robot villains and things like that. And I don't know why this movie suffered so badly. It's just quite wonderful.
Yeah, I remember when it came out, it kind of just went under the radar almost.
Yeah, and when this girl discovers the parallel universe, she finds a ring or a pendant, and every time she touches it, it takes her there. So, but it also
It's like me with my pee-pee.
Every time you touch it, it takes you there, yeah.
But it's also every time she touches it and she's in that world, it affects where she is in this world. So she's walking and there's a wall in the way. She hits the wall because she's actually her body's actually here, but her mind is over there.
That's a cool concept.
Yeah, it's very cool. Anyway.
I remember watching it when it came out, and I didn't think anything of it either way.
The only thing I think going against it is a bit too long, that's for sure. But I think it's got a really good setup and a really amazing finale. It's probably the middle that lags a bit, but still good. Love it.
Love it.
Yeah, that's
there we
my
go.
recommendation. Get on it.
Well, as I want to do for this segment, I usually choose a movie from the year that we're exploring.
Yeah.
So this week I watched Stand Up Guys, which I hadn't seen from 2012 with Al Pacino, Christopher Walken, Alan Arkin, Juliana Margulies pops up, Lucy Punch.
Have not seen it.
Yeah, look, I hadn't seen it. I remember seeing that it came out and go, this sounds great. It sounds like a really interesting film. Just never got around to watching it. So this was kind of the perfect excuse to do so. It's directed by Fisher Stevens.
Yeah.
And the basic plot line is Al Pacino's been in prison for 20 years for killing the son of a gangster.
Right.
And he gets out and he's met by his old pal, his old partner in crime, Christopher Walken. What he doesn't know is that the mob boss whose son he killed has basically let him live in prison because he knows prison sucks.
Yeah.
And the minute he gets out, he wants him killed.
Mm-hmm.
And Christopher Walken, who's since he's kind of blackmailed into doing it, but he's the one who has to kill him as part of the punishment.
Yeah.
But Al Pacino kind of knows it's coming, and Christopher Walken is trying to get out of it during the course of the film. It kind of can't. But there's a surprise cameo. Bill Burr is one of the mob. The gangster is the main gangster from Better Call Saul.
He
the old
was in
guy.
Better Call Saul as well, Bill Burr.
yeah, but the, you know, the old.
He's in Breaking Bad. He's in Breaking
He's
Bad.
Breaking Bad. You know the old guy that runs the Mexican kind of
The
cartel.
ding ding ding
Ding
guy.
ding ding.
Yeah.
Then he's the fucking landlord from Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That guy. Yeah, he's the gangster, and Alan Arkin is their getaway driver, and it's actually like it's a really good film. Like it's, you know, they're all way too old to be still making movies. Alan Arkin is still incredibly entertaining. Christopher Walken, his pants are riding up a bit too high, but Al Pacino just looks like he's about to drop dead. Like, even though he's probably going to outlive the other two. I think Alan Arkin's already passed away, right?
Yeah, you want to do your impersonation of Pacino?
But you got a fat ass, and it kind of happens in this.
It's a throwback to Heaven Lovely.
Yeah. But he's hunched over. He's got this gut. The clothes do not sit well on him anymore. And there is even a scene where they break into a clothing store to get him a new suit. And Christopher Walken's going, "Oh, you look good." And you're just like, he does not. Like, nothing looks good on this guy anymore. But it is a genuinely entertaining film.
Cool. I haven't seen it. I know of it, but I haven't seen it.
But then, you know, what happened was I completely forgot I watched it.
Oh.
So I watched these other movies to talk about on the show. So I'm just going to briefly talk about them. Because I've been watching so much Downton Abbey, which is now becoming a running joke in the show, I wanted to go back and watch a couple of Maggie Smith's earlier films.
Yeah, right.
So the two films I'd planned to watch was The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie, which is the one that I think won her the Oscar.
Yeah.
And Travels with My Aunt, which is based on a Graham Greene novel who did like The Quiet American and A Man in Havana and stuff. I did watch The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie, which is legitimately excellent. But the funny thing is that in this film, as opposed to every other character she's ever played, you know, post California split, she's a teacher in a conservative girls' school, but she's the breath of fresh air.
Right.
She's the one pushing the boundaries. She doesn't really teach the way that they classically want her to teach. She kind of assembles this group of girls, and they're her girls because she's in her prime, and they're all a precocious special one. She makes if you're in part of that group, then you feel like you're
right.
You know, she's the teacher that you want to pay attention to. And unfortunately, she's also she's pro Mussolini. So set before World War II, she's like he's a fascista, and she's. She's using the girls as a cover while she has these affairs with the other married teachers, including Gordon McRae and what's his name, Robert Stevens from Box of Delights, who it took me ages to recognize. But it's just a fantastic film.
He throws these references out that only he would know.
Only know, yeah. That's the way you got to live your life, mate. I can't dumb it down.
There's one guy out there. He's probably from Conjurer going, "Oh yes,
oh yeah."
He's
I love Box of Delights.
That's right.
I've talked about Box of Delights on the show before.
And still we don't get the reference.
I say that because that's every time when you do it, and I have no idea what you're talking about. You're like, I talked about it on the show. Like, oh, okay.
All the time.
Does it all the time.
It was in the last segment.
Yeah. And then I was going to watch Travels with My Aunt. Unfortunately, that movie goes for 2 hours and 12 minutes. So I said, get fucked.
Yeah, that's not on. That is not on.
I didn't watch that. Instead, I watched Nowhere to Go, which is from 1958, which is, she's even younger. So Prime of Miss Jean Brodie is 69. So this is one of her first films. And it's directed by Basil Dearden, who did a lot of great British crime movies like Sapphire and I can't think of the other one now, The Blue Lamp. And stuff like that. He's like an icon of British cinema in the 50s.
Not enough Basils anymore, is there?
No, it's a forgotten name. Also co-directed by this guy, Seth Holt. I don't know who that guy is.
You talk the camera out. It's always good to have a backup.
It's not even a joke, though.
It's not the first time it's happened either.
No. Always happens when we have a third person on the show.
For anybody that's listening and not watching, our second camera that is pointed at Fergus died.
So it's very upsetting for the three people.
Happened when we had Glenn Triggs on too.
Oh, God.
Did it happen when we had Kate here?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
I think we kept that show pretty tight.
Yes. Okay. Anyhow,
I don't know.
we're so close to the end too.
Yeah, I regret talking about Nowhere to Go. I could have just used this as my movie next week.
Yeah, that was not smart.
No.
That was not smart at all.
Could have just ended it.
Save yourself some research.
But look, I've committed.
Okay.
So I've got to carry on. So basically, George Nader steals this woman's coin collection, but as part of his plan, he plans to go to prison. He plans to get caught, go to prison, but he thinks he's only going to get 5 years. When he gets sentenced, he actually gets 10 years. So he, with the help of his it's not really his partner, but another guy that's kind of worked for him on jobs before, on cons and stuff, helps spring him from jail, and he's kind of on the run. And it's Bernard Lee from M, from all the Sean Connery James Bond films. He gets out, but Bernard Lee has different ideas. He figures that he wants the cash.
You're on camera, Fergus. Look interested.
The fact I didn't even realize I was doing that's not a good sign.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So Bernard Lee basically he steals the key of the money's in a bank that requires a key and a password to get access to it. He steals the key, not knowing about the password. So then it's basically him versus George Nader. Unfortunately, George Nader accidentally kills him when he goes to steal the key back. He ties him up in his apartment, and he just plans to leave him there overnight while he gets the money out. What he doesn't realize is that he's shoved his false teeth so far back into his throat that he dies. He chokes to death. It's pretty dark. And so then not only, and he still can't find the key, but everyone knows, they know that he's escaped from prison. They're pretty sure he's killed Bernard Lee. So he can't go back to the place to get his money. So he hooks up with Maggie Smith, who takes him out to her country estate and hides him in a cabin in the woods. And it just gets worse and worse for this guy. Everything that can go wrong goes wrong. It's an interesting film because it doesn't really have an ending. Nobody ends up getting the money.
Spoiler alert.
But no one gets it. It ceases to become about the money about half once he's killed Bernard Lee. That's over with.
You don't know that unless you're watching for the first time and get to that point.
Yeah. But I'm saving you the trouble.
Yeah, that's right. I had never even heard of this one before you brought it up.
No, it's but look, it's definitely worth kind of checking out if you could find it. I think
it's on YouTube.
I think Studio Canal have released it on Blu-ray.
Right.
If not here in the UK, so you can get the physical media, which I always recommend above any streaming service or YouTube.
That's right, less compression and just it's actively watching something.
And they spent a lot of time and money restoring these films, so you get to see them in the way that they were intended.
And then
to
those
be
fucking
seen.
streamers come and just snatch what they've already done, all that hard work, and they just go and claim all.
Yeah.
The
and then
glory.
they compress it to shit. And that being said, Nomads looked horrible.
It sounded
really bad. It was a 5.0 audio instead of 5.1. No bass.
That makes no sense.
No bass.
As Nigel Tufnell from Spinal Tap will say, no doubly.
No doubly, yeah. So there you go.
Excellent.
Death by dentures, huh? That's interesting.
Death by dentures, yeah.
That's the first time I've ever heard of a death like that.
Yeah, I didn't know that was possible. I don't know. God knows what dentures look like in the 60s or the 50s, the late 50s.
That is a great premise for a movie. Death by dentures.
Death
It's
by
an
Dentures.
Agatha Christie kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like Killer Condom or...
okay,
It's more of a trauma thing. What was the other one? There's Killer Condom and there's another...
We've got...
Teeth.
Teeth.
Yeah.
Teeth. There's another... There's lots of those sort of movies. Tire.
Tire, yeah. Tire. Great film.
Anyway,
that's the show.
That's the end of the show. Don't forget to go to goodmoviemonday.com and
check out our merch.
Get some merch. We finally got some on the desk. How's that? That's the mug. Go get you. It's orange inside. Everyone.
It's clean.
It's orange. You haven't used it yet.
No, but I mean, as in the design's clean.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes. We've also got t-shirts and we've got a whiskey glass and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, good stuff. Thanks, Fergus.
Thank you for having me again.
It's always fun. Thanks for watching a couple of movies with us.
Oh, that was great.
Thanks for enduring Nomads.
Oh no, it's not. It's not that it was not enjoyable. It was just odd.
It was the company.
Just an odd
The
film.
company
Yeah,
was
the company that
enjoyable.
was hard to deal with. And yeah, look, and hopefully I'll see everyone at Monster Fest. You can come along. You can actually physically touch us. Glenn will be there for some sessions.
Mhm.
Although it's also Glenn's birthday. If you haven't sent Glenn a present,
Well, he's getting more than just.
he will
touches, isn't
take a. He will take a. I think there's a
Meet
link
you in
to
the car
buy me a
park.
coffee. There's a. You can run a train on Glenn for his birthday. If you know, you know.
See you next week.